Program Files is the directory name of a standard folder in Microsoft Windows operating systems in which applications that are not part of the operating system are conventionally installed. Typically, each application installed under the Program Files directory will have a subdirectory for its application-specific resources. Shared resources, for example resources used by multiple applications from one company, are typically stored in the common Program Files directory. In a standard Windows installation, the Program Files directory will be at %systemdrive /program files, and the common Program Files will be a subdirectory under Program Files. In Windows Vista and later, the paths to the Program Files and common Program Files directories are not localized on disk. Instead, the localized names are NTFS junction points to the non-localized locations. Additionally, the Windows shell will localize the name of the Program Files folder depending on the system's user interface display language. Both Program Files and common Program Files can be moved. At system startup, the actual paths to Program Files and common Program Files are loaded from the Windows registry, where they are stored in the Program Files dir and common Files dir values under HKEY local machine /software /Microsoft /Windows /current version. They are then made accessible to the rest of the system via the volatile environment variables %program files % and %common program files %. Applications can also obtain the locations of these paths by querying the Setup API using directories, or through Windows Management Instrumentation, or by querying the shell using CSIDLs, or Shell Special Folder const NTS. These are all localization-independent methods. 64-bit versions of Windows have two folders for application files. Program Files folder serves as the default installation target for native programs, while the Program Files folder is the default installation target for non-native programs. While 64-bit Windows versions also have a %program files, x86, %environment variable, the directory CSIDLs are not different for 32-bit/64-bit. The setup shell APIs merely return different results, depending on whether the calling process is native or not. To be backwards compatible with the 8.3 limitations of the old file allocation table file names, the names Program Files and common Program Files are shortened by the system to Program N and common N, where N is a digit, a sequence number that on a clean install will be 1 footer present. When a Windows NT-based system, Windows Northwest Territories, 2000, XP, 2003, Vista, 2008, 7, 8X, and so on is installed on a Windows NT file system volume, by default the Program Files folder can only be modified by members of the administrators and power users user groups. This can be an issue for programs created for Windows 9X. Those operating systems had no file system security, and programs could therefore also store their data in Program Files. Programs that store their data in Program Files will usually not run correctly on Windows NT-based systems with normal user privileges unless security is lowered for the affected subdirectories. Localization.